All right. Hi. This is another testimony. I've been making testimonies as much as I can, and I just realized that maybe this is something I want to do multiple times a day, maybe every morning, and kind of go through what's happening and in regard of what I've experienced. You know, this thing is constantly happening, and nights are probably the worst, right? At night, that's when they do a lot of the conditioning and manipulation. So today, I just want to kind of talk about what I experienced and the disgusting ways they kind of condition your brain in this disturbing ways, which is nonstop. Right? They truly are trying to get you to subscribe to these things, this disturbing manipulation, which you are constantly forced to feel. Me making the testimonies is just also me just understanding this is not naturally happening and this is the nasty things they do to me. Their job is to make me accept this thing as if this is organically happening, or it makes sense for me to experience these things as if I would experience these things. As I'm saying that, obviously, they're going to do whatever they can. I'm not going to let them live any of the fantasy that they've created, meaning that they want to fantasize that these nasty things that they obviously manipulate, obviously make me experience, is organically happening. Now to this point, I don't think they won't even this doesn't even make it doesn't even it's not even that anymore. I think in their mind they're trying to find a way to make this a competitive thing for them where there's no competition. I'm gonna experience these disturbing things and this is how I'm gonna feel because this technology is gonna overlay this nastiness into my brain. It's disgusting. Let's just start with what I experienced last night. Dream manipulation. You keep hearing dream manipulations. uh they made me have this disgusting, disturbing sexual dream. It was disgusting not because it was pedophilia centric, but because certain things happened in this dream. It was it was not pedophilia, I would say, but it was it was something disgusting where we talk about vomit and other things. It was just disgusting. And then they will make me have dreams with kids in it, so they will kind of crank up my libido, but at the same time disturb it, but at the same time try to do these things, right, where they try to force you to accept this. Let me just get closer. And by the way, as you can see, I'm always by the door, right? I purposely sit by the door because I want them to understand that as much as they try to make me subscribe to this, I know who I am, right? And these people, like I said, I think they sold to pedophiles, and they want me to somehow let them go into their fantasy land, let them believe that these things that they do is organically happening, and they want me to be frustrated. So they made me have this disturbing dream where it was sexual based, but at the same time disturbing where there was vomit included and whatnot. So there was a level of sexual stimulation, but at the same time a disturbingness that was mixed together. With that being said, uh, I was then they forced me to have some dreams with children, but it wasn't like sexual, but they make me have sexual stimulations, right? They have sexual uh you know perception of that. Now, uh if yeah, if I'm just imagining something that would be a trouble here, but if it wasn't sexual in the sense that in a dream there was no sexual act, but they made me feel sexual stimulations because they cranked up my libido, right? They cranked up my libido, and they kind of try to condition me to get a sexual stimulation of some sort, right? Now, this is disgusting because what they're doing actually is conditioning me to continuously think of kids in this sexual matter, to be stimulated by children, and they do that many ways, but it's been consistently a rewiring for years now, since 2019, August 2019. And they were just messing with me throughout the nights and having me have these disgusting pedophilia dreams. Not pedophilia, like torments, right? These people keep saying I'm their pedo. The reality is they are the pedophiles, right? I've called them pedophiles, and actually, matter of fact, somebody next door, I looked at her, I was like, "You're a fucking pedophile." I'm sorry about the language. She just looked at me, smiled with her braces. I think she was trying to show me that she has teeth, because what you hear is like they do things to the teeth, right? So she shows me her disturbing smile with her braces in it, and try to just show me I have teeth. If you see who some of the people involved in it, it'll be it'll be something that you understand that they just use some of the bottom feeders and childlike individuals. So and they feel empowered, because in reality, these people will not really be influenceable in any ways. So, and I see them as that. They know that. I treat them as that too. Um, but with that being said, that was disgusting. And then at one point they were going into like a weird thing where they make me think. They just like made me imagine like a kid, a fictional kid, right? This black girl who's maybe 12 years old or something that, and they try to kind of make me think of me when I was a kid, and try to make me think of some kid, and then try to make her older, and try to give me stimulation. This is a fictional kid that does not exist, right? But they gave me the stimulations, and then try to make me think of what I did as a kid when I was a kid, but just making a kid that was about the same age of me when I was a kid, who did the dumb thing I did as a child. And it's fictional. But then he went somewhere else. They start messing with people, right? Um, they they start making me think of okay, I remember there was a moment when I remember seeing like uh the rapper Puff Daddy P Diddy dancing with his two twin daughters, right? I don't remember getting any disturbing stimulations, right? And so, but I do think I saw it after August 19th, 2019. And so they were trying to get this back and forth dialogue and kind of like make me stressed out. I was like, oh, but when was this? Did you feel something? Did you, like, it was just weird where they just tried to play with my memories at the same time, try to make me feel like, because what happened is after August 19th, 2019, my way of perception has been disgusting. They've been messing with me. I cannot look at children without them doing disturbing things. That's what they do. But that what you try to do is just like make me try to get me to like think that maybe before August 2019 I had this stimulation, which is I know it's not true. But they have no shame. These people do things hiding somewhere, you know, and they think that they're gonna act in a way for me to accept them. They think that because they act a certain way, they look at their phone. I should show pictures of some people just staring at the phone, like looking as if the phone, because this looking at it through a phone it makes me subscribe to it. I know that it's just like a facade. It's the way they're trying to present themselves. They're like, oh, we're gonna make no noise campaign. Give me a second. I think they're making noise campaign. They know that when they do these kind of things, I see them as the pedophiles. So this trash, right? Um, I know that they try to make themselves look okay. If I look at the phone hard enough, if I do this noise campaign, he's gonna believe it's him. They know. They know that as in any second, if they in one moment I can just call them pedophiles in the face. I have, right? They're gonna make my fear is like they're gonna make the mistake to think that I subscribe to it. They're going to make that mistake. It's not going to be a good mistake because I truly see them for the pedophiles that they are. And so when they do this acting, they look at their phone and try to be like, oh, I see what we saw, how you reacted to things. I know that these people are involved in a program where they force people to react to children in this way. So that's why I call them pedophiles. So can you imagine when you see somebody who's trying to make you believe that this thing is happening organically, but you know these people are involved in these manipulations and they try to kind of provoke you? It's not going to be good. And they think that the way they act around is going to make you subscribe to this. I've literally called one of them a pedophile in their face. So this back and forth where they try to get you to subscribe to these things, and try to make you think before August 19th. Did you okay? When did you see this thing? When and then I mean, in your mind, it's like, listen, I don't remember feeling any stimulations. But if I saw that before or after August 19, 2019, I'm pretty sure that you guys will make me feel something, some kind of disturbing pedophilia things. But I don't remember feeling anything. But I still think that I saw after August 19, 2019, because that's how it feels like. But I don't remember feeling anything. So the reality is, if I didn't see it before August 19, 2019, then for sure I'll be normal. I'll be able to look at it normally. I know this thing. I know. But they want me to somehow like let them live their fantasy, which with me is not. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. You're gonna see yourself what you are. You know, they use these childlike people, these true losers. They sold their soul to pedophiles and they think I'm gonna let them live their fantasy. Now with me, you know what you sold your soul to. It's disgusting, but that's what they do. 2 seconds ago, I was in bed. I was in bed, and as I was in bed, and by the way, let me just repeat that I'm by my door purposely because I know my neighbors are around and they want me to feel uncomfortable. I want to speak that. I want actually I speak loud enough so they can hear me behind by my door because they want me to feel fearful of the things I know they do. I will never give them that. Target individuals, they want you to feel guilty for the things that manipulate you, and they know that. Trust me, every single person here, every neighbors, and let me, every neighbors in this, every perps have fully aware that this pedophilia type of torture is what they do. That's why I call them pedophiles. They know this, and they try to, oh, pedo. No, you are the pedo, and you know I know that. They know this. So I purposely get close to my door, speak loud enough so they can hear this. You thought that I was going to let you think that I'm subscribing to this? No, not with me. Matter of fact, you're going to look at me and going to see what trash you are. This morning, this thing they did, where there was this baby, and I took a picture. You know, target individual, do never even let them think in about about the experience that you experience as if it's them. They force you to have this disturbing experience. Me, those days of like feeling guilty. Oh my god, this is just what just happened to me. Is done because I'm too validated. I know it wasn't me, but you still feel those feelings. So you still feel now. I'm like, this is disgusting. This trash. I have no shame. They're disgusting, and this is how what they make me experience. Now look at what they did. I took, of course, I'm going to take a picture of that and going to present it. And this is going to be it's a routine. I'm going to continuously do that, because I I'm going to continuously sorry, I'm trying to hook this. I'm going to continuously put things in perspective as they try to like gaslight you. It's like, oh, I did it, and they use this condescending childlike voice that's so obvious that they obviously did it, or they're obviously involved in this thing, right? And they just sound like, and it's almost like childlike. It's like somebody who's trying to make it like a comical version of gaslighting, because they do these things. They force you to experience disturbing stimulation toward children, and they do this, right? So when they do use this tone of voice of childlike voices, at least that's for me. It's like, I did it. Of course, they know that. I know that they do this. So this is this picture is so nasty that they make me feel this disturbing thing. But this is an adorable picture of mom, of a father with his daughter. I don't know if it's super adorable, but to me, they force me to get stimulations. And in my head, what they're trying to do is try to find ways for me to subscribe to this. You can see that adorable. The way they try to make me look at this kid is in a disgusting way, where they even try to make me think, Oh, but you remember as a kid you felt like this. Stupidity. I know this is what forced me to experience. I know. And they try to make me even this fake nervous feeling. Everything is like controlled and manipulated. Even like your reaction to your reaction is becoming manipulated. Like they make you feel nervous. And then you hear these childlike people try to sound like, oh, they are like, oh my gosh, it's so obvious that they are. Like, come on, I know this is manipulation. And I know the way you're trying to sound is even sounds so fraudulent. They do these things and then they try to make you feel like you felt like that as a kid, and then try to be like, it's just disgusting. This little baby, this has turned into something so nasty and stimulating sexually. That's disgusting. And as I'm saying that, they try to make it hard for me to speak. Sorry, I'm just trying to cover up my face properly, because but that's what they do. So target individual, let me just show that again. And I'm doing that because I know they want me to be like, oh my gosh, it's so me. This baby is so it's adorable. It's so adorable. But watch how nasty. And they try to make me look at this kid butt or something. Oh, it's so disgusting. Oh my gosh. It's just disgusting. They try to make me look at this kid. She's probably still in the Pampers. It's so nasty. And they try to give the little kids, this little kid with Pampers, he curves. It's disgusting. And they're giving me sexual stimulation right now. And they want me to subscribe to this. You gotta be strong. And they tell me about the torture I'm going to experience. Whatever torture I experience, I'm telling you, I'll never subscribe to this thing. Never. I'll never subscribe to these disturbing things they force me to have. And they're like, oh, now you pay for what you did as a kid. These people torture children that as young as this baby. They torture children as young as this baby. This is what, a 2-year-old or something. They torture 6-month-old babies. And they want me to let them live their fantasy. That's why, when I look at them, I truly see them for trash. Truly. So, of course, target individual, I know this is not organically happening. In my mind, the kind of battle they have. They try to make me think of me as a kid and try to find ways to make me believe that this stimulation is something I've experienced as a kid. Truly. And they're like, oh, now you pay because you felt the stimulation when you were a kid. No, first of all, I'm not a kid. Second of all, this stimulation is not something I experienced before. You making me experience that as me as a childhood, in my childhood. And I know what I actually did as a kid. It's not that. And I'm a grown man, knowing that this trash that's talking to me is torturing babies that young. And they think I'm going to let them live their fantasy. They sexual torture children that young. 3 years old, tortured sexually by this trash. And they have no, they think I'm going to let them think this fantasy thing they created, forcing me, a grown man, an adult, to be stimulated like that and try to say, oh no, this is you when you were a kid. Oh no, no, it's not. It's for what you've done when you were a kid. No, first of all, I'm an adult who knows that you nasty craps and trash who work for these entities that torture children and babies sexually, and you do that. And they're like, no, we proved it. No, you proved that you do the pedophilia type of torture. And you've been consistently doing this. It's systematic. And that's why they use people like them. No self-respect. Who think this is war, where in this delusional fantasy they've lived in. They are the trash of this earth. I truly see them as that. I will never let them live the fantasy. So, target individual, for me, what I keep saying is, first of all, I will never subscribe to this. I know this is what you forced me, this adorable baby. This will not, this disturbing feelings when I see this cute babies, and I will never experience that naturally. And you, as this perps, trying to make you believe that, no, but you remember when you were like 12 years old or 13 years old? Remember when there was that baby and then you felt a little bit, and try to get you to accept this?
as you are in your mid 30s, as you know that you do the pedophilia type of torture, and you have this perps in the hallway saying you lie. When you are a grown man and these people are grown adults knowing that they do this pedophilia type of torture, when you know they're filled with pedophiles, with me it's just something that's so certain in life is knowing that these people are manipulating me. You hear the noise campaign. All of that is just not happening uh, by chance. Somebody's making noise campaign. Sirens and everything else are all part of that to make you accept these pedophilia things they do. So when they do these things with these babies, and because little girls they try to do all these little girls, I mean, like I said, little girls, especially little black girls. Oh my gosh, it's another level. You see, no black girl. They start to like crank it up to them. Oh, make you, and this is disgusting. So to all my target individual, um, if you ever have doubt that they do pedophilia type of torture, I'll be quick to do this. Oh, sorry.